Hey guys, okay, so we're trying the AirPods in again, strictly for microphone purposes. I got another comment the other day saying that somebody couldn't hear me, and I honestly don't know what to do. I think I'll just have to break down and go get a microphone. But I don't understand it because I rewatch my videos back and I can always hear me, albeit I do have to turn my volume up to about the middle of the bar. I've only had a few comments saying that, but I mean, obviously I want everyone to hear me. So you guys let me know. A little bit of feedback would be great, and I don't mean that kind of feedback. Okay, so here we go. I have got a foundation for you today. This is the Revolution Matte Base Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. Now, I already feel like this is not going to be the greatest idea for me because I've tried a lot of matte foundations, and I feel like I'm just finally at the point where I can't really wear a matte foundation, like a fully matte foundation, because of my age. So, but we're gonna give this a shot. I have it in the shade F6.5. It's very difficult to find my shade online, first of all, and then with the Revolution, they have a ton of shades. Like, they have a ton of undertones, shades, and the problem is my undertone is very specific for my shade range. Like, I'm very fair, but I have a yellowish, almost peachy orangey undertone. I would lean more that way. Now, I have a problem sometimes with finding foundations. Usually they're too orange, but a bigger problem I feel, or one that bothers me more almost, is that beigey gray pink undertone. I despise that on my skin. Like, if it matches you, then it's gonna look beautiful, but it does not match me, and so I can't stand having a pink face or a gray face and then a yellowy peachy neck. It's just not a good look, and I can't stand it. So anyway, that being said, I have got the shade F6.5. I don't know what that means as far as undertones, and if you guys know anything about that, like how Revolution kind of categorizes their shades, you let me know in the comments, okay? So we're gonna try this today again. This is supposed to be matte. This tube actually feels almost empty. Like, it feels like there's not much product in there. I'm gonna shake it up just to make sure. I can hear it shaking around, so it feels very thick and cream-light. So great container. Packaging is good. All it says, it doesn't have any claims on it. It just says it's pore blurring, full coverage, and I want all those things. I like full coverage, I like pore blurring, like all those things. So we're gonna give this a go. All I have on my skin today is moisturizer, so I don't have any serums or anything. So we're just gonna see how the foundation works all by itself. Now, I do have, and I'm sorry, I'm already rambling. I do have several primers. It's not a step that I usually do, so I forget about them. I just forget that I have them. Even though I spent money on them and they're sitting right here on my makeup table, I forget about them. So if you guys are interested in like my thoughts on some of these primers, you let me know, and maybe I can try and do a video dedicated to that. Okay, I just haven't been able to find a primer that actually works worth beans on my skin. So I'm trying to get this seal off of here. It's very sealed, like really sealed on there. Okay, so there we go. All right, so here we are. Yeah, very lotion-like. Yeah, it's very, it was really light. I was not expecting it to be that light. Let's see. Am I just crazy? I guess it is about the same color. But the shade undertone looks good. I was afraid it was gonna be pink. I have such a hard time. Revolution always gives me too pink foundations. This is probably gonna be too light. We'll see. All right, so very, very, if you're gonna have a matte foundation, I think this is the way to do it. Very thin. It's supposed to be full coverage and pore blurring, so we'll just see. I've got a new vanity situation, and I'm still trying to learn how is the best setup. Okay, that looks like, in this lighting, that looks like the perfect shade. It looks like it matches my neck perfectly. Now, at first, when I'm blending it, and oh my goodness, I'm probably touching that mic. I apologize for that. At first, when I'm blending it, it might seem like it's not the right shade because the pressure of the brush on my skin and stuff is gonna make my skin turn a little bit pink. and it's not the same color as my face, this shade. So I'm just saying that because sometimes people are like, what are you doing? That's the wrong shade and this and that, but we're trying to match our neck so that all our skin looks like it's one color. I'm gonna go slightly over my eyelid a little bit just so we can kind of get an idea of the coverage. Okay, so from my face to the mirror, it does look matte, but it doesn't look too dry. It looks decent from my face to the mirror, so I'm gonna get a close-up look. Give you guys a little bit of a close-up. Sometimes because of the amount of pigmentation around my eye and stuff, it will look like crusty and chalky and all that, but it's not because of the foundation. It's because of the color contrast between the skin around my eye and the foundation. I can feel it trying to set down on my hand. Oh, they are not kidding. Oh my goodness, look at that. I can see one pore, but the rest of them are indeed blurred. I don't know that I would give this full coverage, but it is good coverage and it's looking actually really good on my skin. I recently tried, I can't find it. I recently tried a different Revolution. I think it was like XX Revolution. Not this one, this is the glowy one. The other one that was like the long lasting one, it was, I can't remember if it was that matte, but it just was awful on my skin. This is looking really nice actually. It's not completely matte. I feel like you can see a little bit of light reflecting, but I am sitting in front of my window and even though it's a cloudy day today, the sun is, or the light is directly on my face. So it's going to reflect light regardless, but it is matte. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the rest of that because it's starting to set down. I'm just gonna take it off and just get a new batch for the other side of my face, and we'll go ahead and do the other side. I'm not gonna use a sponge today because I feel like, well, I don't have one ready, first of all, and I don't know, I feel like sometimes sponges take away some of the coverage, and this is supposed to be like a full coverage foundation, and that's like its selling point. So I don't want to ruin that by using a sponge. Again, got this is looking really good, you guys. Like, I'm surprised. I was not expecting it to look good. And the shade is really good too, so that certainly helps. I was expecting it to be a bad shade. And honestly, like, I'm dotting this all over, but you may want to consider, you know, not doing that and sort of working in sections. But honestly, it's not really setting down like that quickly to where you have to work super fast so that, you know, you're trying to work against the clock. It did feel like it was setting down, but not super fast. Yeah, in this lighting, now sometimes it changes because I'm telling you, like, lighting just really matters, because sometimes in this lighting, which is natural lighting, there's no special lighting to make me look better than I actually do. But sometimes the light can kind of blow out all your features and make you look better than you actually do. And not because you're trying to trick anybody, but that's just the way bright lighting does sometimes. Sometimes bright lighting will make you, will show up all your flaws and imperfections, and then nothing will ever look good. I've had that happen on several occasions. So what I probably will do is, you know, certainly I'll wear this for the rest of the day, update my thoughts in the description or the comments or whatever, but I will also like check it in, and I do this anyway, but I'll check it in like the lighting in my car. Sometimes that's the most true to life lighting. And it shows you exactly how the foundation looks. And I don't know why that is, but it's something about like having the light from outside, yet being a little bit sheltered in the car, kind of diffuses the light somehow, and it just makes you get a true representation of how the product is actually looking. So, and sometimes in my bathroom mirror, like, I don't know what's going on in there, but I'll be like, oh, it's so natural and lovely, and I'll go in there and I'm like, no, I have a cake face today, you know? So it's just, lighting just really does matter. So, okay, so, you know, honestly, as a first impression, now I would not build this up. I will say that I'm not even gonna try, because I feel like if I try to build this up, it's gonna look like a horrible cakey mess. So, but poor ladies, do you see this? No, you don't, because my pores are blurred. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, I can still, girl, I can still see them. What are you talking about? This is so much better than just about any foundation I've tried recently. Usually, like, this looks just really good. So they're not lying when they say, for me, this is absolutely pore blurring. It's not sticking in them. It's not emphasizing them. It's not looking crusty around my mouth. Little tiny, tiny, tiny bit right here, but not bad at all. Yeah, hats off to this one, ladies. It is indeed pore blurring on me. Again, I will wear this for the rest of the day, update my thoughts in the description or the comments, and I will let you guys know how I feel about this after having worn it a couple of times. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell. I will try to put all the specs in the description as well so you guys can have those. And I will see you guys in the next one.